Hi guys, I'm Nicola McKenzie, founder and insurance specialist at Dunham McCarthy. I'll be talking to you today about how often and when you should review your life insurance. So stay tuned to find out more. Now guys, before we get into the detail of today's video, this video is only one part of a whole series of videos dedicated to life insurance. So to find out everything you need to know about life insurance, make sure that you check out the other videos in the series. But let's start by looking at when you should review your life insurance. Now, most people don't even consider reviewing their life insurance because they think that once they've taken the cover out and it's in place, it's adequate and it's set for the rest of their lives. But typically that is not the case. So getting your life insurance reviewed throughout your lifetime is really crucial, because throughout your lifetime your circumstances are likely going to change, as are your priorities. So it's really important that you review your life insurance regularly to make sure that it's always reflecting your current circumstances. Now, how often you should review your cover depends on what's happening in your life. If you have a major life change, then you definitely need to review your life insurance and critical illness cover if you have that as well as income protection cover. Now, make sure that you get in touch with us if you need to review your cover, because we can help you to make that assessment as to whether it's still fit for purpose. But ultimately, the change in your life could have a significant impact on your insurance needs as to whether or not you have sufficient amount of cover. It may be that you're over or underinsured depending on what that major life change is. Now, a major life change can be categorized as quite a few different things. So I've put together some common reasons or points in your life where you should look to review your cover. And of course, get in touch if any of these times in your life apply to you. Now, if your health has changed, that can be a really good time to review your policy. Now, chances are if your health has changed for the worse, then it may be that you need to increase your cover and get a higher amount of cover because you are now a higher risk. However, if your health has improved, then it may be that you can now secure better terms on your life insurance policy. So for example, if when you took the policy out initially, you had a high body mass index, then it might be that the insurer charged you more because of that. So if you've lost a significant amount of weight since you took the policy out, then it could be that your monthly payments could now reduce. And similarly, if let's say that when you took your original policy out, you were deemed a smoker. If you've now quit smoking, and if you have quit smoking, most insurers would expect you to be smoke-free or nicotine-free for at least 12 months, then at which case it's likely that you could review your cover. And again, it might be that you could find a reduced rate because of the fact that you're now a non-smoker. So that's a really good time, and just health changes, like I said, in general, are a good time to review policies. Now, another good point in your life to review your life insurance is if you have children, or if you already have children and you have further children. Now, bear in mind, don't forget that additional children usually means additional expenses, and that's why it's a good time to review your cover. Now, just giving you a few stats, the cost of raising a child up until the age of 18, a couple typically on average will spend £151,000 in that period of time raising a child, and that includes housing and childcare costs. So breaking that down, that's around £8,389 a year, or £699 a month. So if you are still continuing with an existing life insurance policy before you had that child, then and not taken this major life change into account, then the chances are you could be underinsured. Here at Dunham McCarthy, we are a team of insurance specialists. Now, we help thousands of our clients to arrange the best life insurance to suit their circumstances. And we don't just deal with life insurance, we also help and give advice on critical illness cover and income protection. Now, we deal with lots of different insurance companies, from high street insurers to specialist insurers, to compare all of the options and find the best cover for you. And we also give you full advice and guidance through the process. And for every client that we arrange an insurance policy for, you also get access to our free will writing service over at mylastwill.co.uk. So head over to our website, dm.mortgage, and book in for a free insurance appointment today. And of course, if you are enjoying today's video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a future video upload. Now, another really good time to review insurance is if you take out a new mortgage, and that is in the form of if your mortgage amount increases or even if your mortgage amount decreases as well. Now, obviously on a higher mortgage amount, that means that you've now got a higher debt. So there's more money that would need to be repaid in the event of your death. And therefore you'd probably want to review your life insurance to increase the amount that you are covered for. Similarly, if you take out, even if you're just remortgaging to do home improvements, quite often people can forget to revisit their life insurance. But if you've borrowed more on top of your mortgage, then again, that is still going to mean more debt needs to be covered should you not be around anymore. Again, if you repay your mortgage early, or let's say that your mortgage amount is significantly reduced, that can also be a good time to review cover, because again, you may not quite need as much as you thought you needed. Now, another time in your life that might mean revisiting life insurance is a good idea is if you've decided to start planning for your funeral. Now, if you're planning for your funeral, there are various different types of policies that might be appropriate in that situation. So if your existing policy is a term policy, term meaning that you're covered for a set number of years over a specific term, then it might be that looking at alternative types of life insurance might be better suited for you if it is only and specifically a funeral that you're looking at covering. So therefore, a whole of life policy might be better suited in that eventuality, because a whole of life policy is something that's going to cover you indefinitely whenever you die in the future. So typically funeral costs, that would be a more appropriate type of policy compared to a term policy. But it might also be that you might want to look at prepaid funeral plan options as well. So, you know, that is a good time to review things, because like I say, it might be that you need to change the type of policy you have, or it might even just be that alternative methods of covering a funeral might be better suited. And do get in touch, because we also deal with funeral plans as well as whole of life insurance and term assurance life policies too. Now, getting married or getting divorced, another major life change where you probably want to review your policy. Getting married likely means the dependency that your partner has on you may have changed financially. And on the flip side of that, divorce might mean that joint policies are no longer suitable. So that's a really crucial time to review policies. Now, next, if you're starting a new job, let's say, or getting a promotion or a pay increase, again, make sure to review your policies, because a changing job, depending on what you do, you might be at a higher risk of death. You know, if you've now taken on a hazardous job title, then you might want to consider more cover. But also as well, not just the type of job you do can impact reviewing a policy. It might be that your death in service arrangements have changed. So you may now need to make up a shortfall from benefits that you've lost through your previous employer. You know, you might have got life insurance through your employer, so decided to take out less cover, etc. So it's a good time to review it. Again, if you've recently had a pay rise, you know, that's a good time to perhaps look at increasing your cover amount, because your family may face a bigger shortfall if you're no longer around. So change of job, change of occupation, pay rise, promotion, review your cover. And of course, if your affordability changes, that is a time to review your policies, because sometimes if affordability changes for people, certainly for the worse, they always instantly think that maybe cancelling the cover is going to solve the issue. Now, whilst it might free up a bit more cash, but that then means you're not covered under your life insurance policy, which could be a massive problem. So If you're ever faced with financial difficulties, rather than cancelling a policy completely, it's a good idea to get advice from us, contact us, because it could be that adjusting your cover amounts and your cover levels might make better sense than cancelling your policy completely. Having some cover is usually better than having none. So it's worth reviewing policies at that time to see if there might be more affordable options available for you. Now, other reasons to review your policies: if your circumstances have not changed at all, then it is still worth reviewing and checking policies, because over time policies improve and they can get better. Now, many life insurance policies over the years have advanced. You can get different add-ons, enhancements, different quality of cover becomes available over time. So I would always suggest that every year you have a check on your policy and just make sure that it is still fit for purpose and right for your circumstances. Another key point to mention as well, even if circumstances have not changed, it might be that your priorities as a person have changed. People change. You probably do not have the same mindset, or may not have the same mindset than you did 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So again, what's important to you today may not have been important to you 5 years ago. So again, it's important to just regularly have a check-in with us as specialists to make sure that you are still covering what's important to you. So as I said in the intro, guys, life insurance, probably one of the most important purchases potentially that you might ever make. You do not want to run the risk of being underinsured or even overinsured and possibly paying over the odds. It's important that you set your cover right and that you get the most value for the monthly payment that you are making. Life's constantly changing and evolving, so you need to make sure that your life insurance evolves with it. So as I mentioned, if you took your policy out a year ago or 5 years ago, when you looked at your priorities then, they may not be the same as they are now. So it's important to get your cover reviewed. And on that note, make sure that you get in touch, because we help lots of our clients to arrange not just life insurance, income protection and critical illness cover as well. And we offer a completely free service. And that's not just to give advice, but also to arrange policies as well. For every client that we arrange a policy for, we also provide a free will writing service over at mylastwill.co.uk, and make sure that you check out the rest of the videos in the life insurance series. And of course, head over to our website and book in for a free of charge appointment today so that we can help you. You can book in for a free video consultation and we can explain to you your options. And of course, if you enjoyed that video and it was useful, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any future uploads. And I'll see you in my next video.